It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's one more topic. How did I forget this? Oh, Ian, I wish you were here. Remember Mike Kennedy? Remember Mike Kennedy? I think you do. I think you do a lot. Retro Magazine's back in the form of a Patreon. So, Retro Magazine, which I wrote for in the first year, 3 or 4 articles, was not run professionally. The editors I worked with were not professional. Treated not just me, but according to others, everyone like dirt, even people that had a stake in the magazine. People like Scott from the Retro Game Roundup podcast. It struggled to get out all its issues from its first 2 Kickstarters. It did a second Kickstarter. I did not write for the second year, only the first year. I did not want to be involved into the unprofessionalism of the first year. And of course, me being treated like shit, not getting told when articles were due until like 2 days before, originally not being allowed to write what I was supposed to be writing, things like that, late payments, etc. So, this used to be a magazine in Barnes & Noble. I think it's lost its distribution. I think people have soured on this magazine for a few different reasons. Besides it being very late and being, months and months and months and months behind getting issues out. It went from being a retro gaming magazine after I stopped writing for it to like kind of retro, or like there was like theme months or they probably got sponsorship money from Midway to feature like Mortal Kombat on the cover for Mortal Kombat X. Like really weird, dumb decisions were made. So I guess Mike Kennedy had extra money to, I don't know, redo his bathroom instead of keeping the integrity of a retro gaming magazine, which was what the intention was. So people dropped off. Bad customer service, I heard, etc. But the magazine was not getting out on time. They struggled to put out the magazine. So after you go through a struggle of putting out a magazine through Kickstarter, why the fuck would you go to a Patreon when Patreon is not a Kickstarter? Patreon is to support not products, but to support individual artists and creators, musicians, people that do YouTube videos, things of that nature. Not a magazine that failed on Kickstarter. Absolutely not. So, if you go to the Patreon, Read Retro, Patreon for Retro Magazine, the goal is $9,500 per magazine. Right now, it's at $276. 49 people want to see it happen. You 49 people, way to go. So what it says is, this is what our minimum costs are to produce and print a single issue of Retro with the print/mail run of 2,000 issues. This will serve as our second goal. The quicker we can hit this goal, the quicker we can start shipping Retro on a regular bi-monthly basis. This $9,500 gets divided up among our content writers, editors, layout, and design team, illustrators, and a printer. We do sell advertising when we can, but at these low circulation numbers, it can't carry the magazine like advertising used to back in the good old days. For now, we can't count on it much. Yeah, I don't think a readership of 50 or even 150, advertising ain't worth much. But you know what it is worth much? You know what gets 30,000 downloads an episode? The CU Podcast. If you want to advertise with the CU Podcast, email cupodcast@thepunkeffect.com. Reach 30,000 people at least, and more on YouTube. Anyway, so this is strange because this is not what Patreon's built for. It's absolutely not. It's just misguided. Try to do another Kickstarter if you really think so, and if you fail, you fail. So what's interesting though is that it's at $276 per magazine, not per month. So you can run a Patreon either per month or whenever the person running it says this is what I think is qualifies as a magazine. So my hope is that Mr. Kennedy isn't just going to charge people when he sees fit. So what if he won't. What if he reaches $5,000 per magazine and decides, well, I didn't reach halfway, but I'll put out a digital zine then for my backers. I'll charge them the $5,000 to do that for that one issue for that month. Or I'll cut corners then and I don't know, print these on an inkjet fucking Canon printer and staple the pages together and mail it out in a manila envelope. Nothing to stop you from doing that. There's no money back on Patreon. It's not like it is what it is, a Patreon. You're supporting the individual, not necessarily a product, which is why this does not belong on Patreon. Not at all. Not at all. It doesn't belong here. So I'm going to check out my favorite website, Atari Age. Merry Christmas to all of you. And what they have to say about this venture. I'm sure it's nothing but positive on Atari Age. I'm sure it's not. Okay, let's scroll down. So someone named MacDude22 said, long-time lurker, first-time poster. I'm just an old Coleco fan along for the ride. Just got a notification from Patreon that I might be interested in. Ellipsis. First response from Inky. You got to be kidding me. Second response from Jaybird. Third. Just when you think he's gone, and then a picture of the creature from the Black Lagoon returning. Sean says, I wonder why comments are disabled on that video. I'll get to that video in a second. DJ Convoy says, can't believe there are 33 people as of this writing willing to fund the damn thing. Well, now it's 49, DJ. Jaybird Third says, that's why we still need this thread. 33 is already too many. Piper Cut, who's Scott from Retro Gaming Roundup, says, Patreon has been courting us for months, in quotes, which is a deep cut callback to Mike when he chose Indiegogo for the Retro VGS versus Kickstarter, and people asked him why, and he said, well, Indiegogo was courting us, which who knows if that was real or not. Cyber Silence says, only thing to say about that, oh, for fuck's sake. I suppose we needed something to lurk out from the MK swap just to keep this thread going. So he could barely deliver on the original magazine with an issue to go, was of subpar quality, and 33 people are backing a new effort? DJ Convoy says, just got yet another email from Subscription Genius or whatever the hell it's called about this. I think this makes my 6th fucking time unsubscribing from them. Maybe more. I've literally lost count. Leave me alone, Mike. Angry edit. 7th. All in caps. Chuck D. Head says, let's face it, he will never just go away. We feel like we stepped in a pile of dog shit. We hosed it off our boots and off the front porch steps, but the smell never fully goes away. We occasionally find a few shit stains that somehow got onto the carpet and are constantly reminded of that original pile of dog shit, and perpetually worried that a new pile of dog shit will pop up in our path when we least expect it. Those of us foolhardy enough to originally think the pile of dog shit was tasty chocolate pudding continue to deal with the aftertaste. Jesus. God's Labrat says, anyone with half a brain would have packed up their failing magazine, fulfilled their last obligations, and said thank you to their subscribers and closed up shop. Then there's Mike. Amstari says, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Patreon. Is there any other crowdfunding sites left that Mike hasn't used yet? Then a little bit more. Cosmic Stardust says, got this in my inbox today. Last issue I'll ever receive and only 1 year behind schedule. Anyway, good riddance. Read Retro, you won't be hearing from me again, and I can only hope the same. Likewise. Woo! So this was the letter sent out. Thank God I did not receive the email. I don't think I did. I haven't checked my email since the podcast started. Did I get the email? I don't think I got the email. Okay. So, the email to, I guess, current Read Retro people. Hello, Retro Reader. You are receiving this because you are a current subscriber to Retro Video Game Magazine, or your magazine subscription may expire with release of issue 12. We are excited to finally be printing and shipping our latest issue of Retro Video Game Magazine number 12. Which is like a year behind, by the way. This is a very special issue that concludes our second set of issues with nothing but exclusive interviews with some of gaming's greatest pioneers, which again are farmed interviews from other publications that already existed and podcasts. We have queried game developers and programmers, company presidents and executives, see how they got into the industry and learn about, well, okay, blah, blah, blah. You can now go and download your issue, blah, 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 blah. You can download, okay, blah, blah. With this issue, it will conclude our first 12 issues of publishing. Again, like a year late. On behalf of the entire Retro team of editors and contributors, we want to thank you for your patience. We apologize for the many delays in order to fill this commitment. Publishing a magazine is very costly and has been a big learning curve for all involved. Both Kickstarters were underfunded as unforeseen costs and roadblocks appeared, and our last couple of issues had to be potentially funded to some extent to complete, and that is what contributed to the various delays. Well, let's see. You wouldn't have used some of those funds for, let's say, I don't know, a failed video game console venture, maybe. Hmm. But after this, we now know much more than we did when we started. So I'll just give you more of my money. You didn't know what you were doing before, but hey, now you do because you said so. We have lowered our production costs and are very excited to continue moving forward with Retro Video Game Magazine. Maybe you'll pay your writers even less. I don't know. Moving forward, we're going to continue publishing Retro and utilize Patreon for our subscriptions. This method will help eliminate your risk in paying for an entire year of Retro and wondering when and if the next issue will be published. It will allow you to sign up once, and we will charge your credit card for each individual issue only after it is complete and ready to print and mail. That is insane for a magazine. For those of you whose subscription ended with number 12, you can wait until after you receive this issue via mail before renewing your subscription through the Patreon link. If you have more issues still remaining on your current subscription, then you will continue to receive your issues when they are available and won't need to renew your subscription via Patreon until your current subscription runs its course. We will alert you when this happens so you won't miss an issue. So what if, Mike, these people that have paid for a full year starting with, I don't know, issue number 10, I'm not sure why the fuck you would have done that, by the way, but maybe you haven't, and I shouldn't get down on you. Because you think this would have been actually fulfilled. What happens to their money, Mike? You keep that? Because this Patreon is never going to get filled. You're never going to hit $9,500 a month for that. Why not just refund their money, Mike, and then tell them to put the money back into the Patreon? You will continue to receive your issues when they are available and won't need to renew your subscription. You got to be fucking kidding me. That's insane. Refund their money, Mike. They're not getting the other issues. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, Mike. Fucking shameless. And this is why I'm never going to let my fucking foot off the pedal when it comes to this horse shit. Fucking bullshit. We hope you will continue to subscribe to Retro Video Game Magazine on Patreon. Our team is committed to continue producing high-quality content that celebrates this great pastime for years to come. Thanks again to all of you for helping to make print video game magazines a thing of the future and not a thing of the past. It's over, Mike. It's fucking over. It's over. The magazine is fucking done. Give them their money back, Mike. The dream is fucking done. Merry Christmas, everyone. Trying to take money again from people for an awful fucking retro business venture.